Light is so bright because I'm filming at the weirdest time of day, but whatever. Hi, welcome to my channel, Salutations. I'm Kristin. If you're unfamiliar with me, I do beauty related videos, lifestyle videos, sometimes some weird little vlog posts and some fun things. Feel free to subscribe if you want, it's free and I sometimes can be a lot of fun. Today's video is going to be another favorites video. Like I say in all of my favorites video, I'm just trying to bang these out and get these done. I get a lot of questions on my blog about my favorite products, and it's really hard to nail it down to just one sometimes. So I like to have different videos so I can say these are my favorites and this is why. So that way I can go back to it and point people to them rather than write long replies and different blog posts about the subject. So today's favorite video is going to be my favorite concealers, and thankfully it's not going to be that long. I use about 10 different concealers right now, and I didn't want to talk about all of them because some of them I like a lot more than others. So I decided to pick the 4 that I would repurchase, because some of these were gifts, some of them I bought because they look like they would do a really good job, some of them are very expensive and I just would never repurchase them again, and other ones are just ones that I didn't like using or don't match my skin tone. So these are the 4 that I've been using. Some of these I've been using for like 2 years. Like obviously I've repurchased, but just continuously rebought and reloved. And some of these, or one of these, is brand new to my collection that I just absolutely love so much. So if you're interested in to see the concealers that I use and you want to know what my favorites are, keep watching. I'm going to start off real quick to the new one to my list because I just did a review on this, and this is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Again, you can only get this from Tarte.com or Ulta. This is not available at Sephora. I just love this little guy. I'm going to link the review below. I gave it a B+ rather than an A or an A+, just because when I wear this, after about 5 to 6 hours, it does crease really drastically on me. That's just based on my skin, the humidity in Florida, and the fact that I don't bake my concealer very often. I don't like it, but all I have to do is go home, or if I'm at home, just take my fingertips or a beauty blender and just kind of like soften it out and get rid of the lines and then reapply some powder. So it's not the end of the world for me to fix, but it is ridiculously noticeable, which is why this got a B+. But I will be repurchasing this, and I might go buy another one just so that I have one on hand in case this is something that they don't carry all the time. But this is a fantastic concealer. I do want to show you guys my favorite thing about this concealer is the applicator. It's a very large applicator. This is amazing for really smoothly and evenly applying my concealer under my eyes. I apply it up here, and just everywhere where I apply it, it's so much better to apply it with this large applicator. I was surprised how much I really enjoy this. I also like that because this is so heavy coverage, it is ridiculously heavy coverage, you do not need to use that much. So I can use like half of the amount that I would normally use with my other concealers when I use this. I do like the way it brightens my face, and I do like the way that it matches really beautifully with pretty much all of my foundations and how it looks really natural and brightening. So this is an absolute favorite that I just added to my collection like 2 weeks ago. Next up is a favorite that I've probably been buying for over a year, maybe 2 years now. I've gone through about 3 of these little guys, and it's the Marc Jacobs Concealer in color number 1 Awake. And this is a concealer that I only use for blemishes. It's a little bit too dark for me to use under my eyes to brighten, but it is really good at hiding under eye circles. So this will be something that I use if I'm really super tired and I kind of need to layer concealers. My cats are fighting back there. I don't know if you could hear it, but I could hear. But I love this when I'm having like discoloration on my face, especially like down here if it's like a hormonal breakout. This is fantastic. This pretty much matches most of my foundations. So this is the concealer that I use for blemishes. And I do really love this. Again, this is a little bit too dark to wear alone under my eyes. I do have to use a lighter concealer with this. But I do absolutely love this. The coverage of this is nice. Let's see if I can show you. It's just, it goes on really well. But like I said, see the color? Like it's a little bit too yellow to be perfect as an under eye concealer, but as a blemish concealer, it's amazing for canceling out the red and the irritation around my blemish. Because even if it's like I just get red, like I might not like get like a pimple or acne, it might just get like really red around these areas, and this is just perfect for canceling that out and just looking really nice with my foundation and my makeup. So I have gone through like 2 of these. This is my 3rd one, and I really, really love it. Next one I think everybody has and everybody likes, and it's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. This is just a phenomenal little concealer. The only thing that this has against it is, for me, on some days under my eyes, it's a little bit too light for under eye. And it's a little bit too dark to be super brightening for me. But this is the concealer that I use when it's like natural makeup day or light makeup day or just effortless looking makeup day. And everyone knows that effortless looking makeup is not effortless. It's not. It's hard. But this is just my favorite one to use. I've gone through like 4 of these little guys, but they're really inexpensive, and they're probably my favorite drugstore makeup ever. Out of everything that I use that's drugstore, this is my absolute favorite. It's phenomenal. Alright, since this list is only 4 long, I decided that I was going to show you my favorite last. So that way I don't have to talk about all of them and then let me show you my favorite like I usually do in my favorites video, because there's only 4 and that seems kind of redundant and silly. And so my favorite concealer, and again, all of these concealers are amazing, is the concealer from Mer. Now, the reason why I like this concealer is this is the only concealer I like to bake with. But I don't need to bake with this concealer either. This concealer is just phenomenal. I bought it on a whim. I had just ran out of my Clé de Peau concealer, which is one of my favorite higher end concealers. If you've ever used it, it's amazing. Do you ever just get tired of using something and you want to try something new? I was at that stage. So I was at Neiman Marcus and I decided to get this and I loved it. And then I used it forever. And then I ran out of it, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then I decided, when I was looking for a new concealer like 6 months ago, I was like, oh wait, I really liked this guy. And I had forgotten that I'd used it. So I repurchased it, and I realized and remembered why I loved this so much. So this is the Mer concealer. This is in color 01 Light. I usually always get the lightest concealer because my skin is so pale, but also the light's getting crazy. Also, generally when they go from the lightest to start getting warmer, the first thing that people do is they start by adding yellow. So it's like beiges, and like it just, that never looks good on me. So even if the concealers are too light, I can warm it up a little bit, but once it starts getting too yellow, it just doesn't match with my face. But generally fair or ivory colors match my face really well. I'm trying to get away from this crazy light. Maybe, yeah. So that's why I generally will always go for the lightest concealer if I'm not able to swatch it. But this guy is just amazing. The consistency, it starts off really creamy, and then it goes on and it dries effortlessly. This does not crease on me. Does not. This has a little less coverage than this guy, but this does not crease on me to begin with. So I don't need to bake with this, but it's not very heavy. It's probably about a medium coverage, but when I bake with this, this is the only thing that's really comfortable to bake with. So this is the only concealer that I will bake with. But I don't need to bake with it because it's just beautiful. It looks gorgeous on. It doesn't crease. It looks very natural, and it just gives me just a touch of brightness. Let's see if I can show you. Jeez, the sun just hates me today. But it just gives me just enough brightness to look really natural and really pretty. So I really, 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 really love this concealer. Now this is very expensive. It's like $65 to $70, but I go through a concealer like this once. A little guy like this will last me a year, so it's not something that I need to buy a lot of and I don't use every day, but when I do use it, I absolutely love this. The concealer I've been getting the most wear out of recently has been this guy. I've been using this guy every single day the past 2 weeks, and generally this guy is what I'll usually go for an effortless look. And again, I don't really use this under my eyes just because it's not the right color. It's a little bit too dark for that, but I will mix these two together. These are the two that I mix together if I have really strong under eye circles and I need to bake. These guys are a really great, just They're a great couple. They're a great duo to wear under your eyes if you're having extreme dark circles. And it's just one of those days where I need to, you know, like just have an extra layer of makeup to make everything look nice so I don't look tired and worn out. So yeah, those are my favorite concealers. God, this video is ending. This light's getting really crazy. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you like content like this. Hope you like me. If you have any questions on any of these concealers, or you have any recommendations, there we go. Recommendations for concealers as well, please feel free to let me know below. I would love to try new things just because I like to see what works and what sometimes other people have tried and used things that you just don't even think of, and they're like, try this, it's amazing, and then you try it and you're like, wow, this is amazing. So just let me know what products you like below. In any case, if you like this video and you like me and my weird shade head and the weird lighting, I promise this is getting addressed soon. We had a bathroom issue where my vanity is and I couldn't get it up, so I'm going to be here for another like week or two until I get that area finished, the plumbing done, and so yeah, so we're going to be dealing with weird lighting issues for just a little bit longer. In any case, if you like content like this, I know I'm so good at selling myself, feel free to subscribe. It's free, I'm free, and I put out new videos every Monday through Friday and sometimes also on the weekends as well. In any case, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever, and I'll see you next time.